lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Howard. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Chicago Bears getting the football back here on offense. Earlier, we discussed their loss Week 7 in New Orleans. That drops them to 3-3. What's interesting, though, is that loss came after their open week in Week 6, and that's the 6th straight year that they've lost a game after their open week. Kind of strange, isn't it?
That's an odd stat, not one you would expect coming off of an open week.
No, and they really struggled to run the ball. Now, they didn't run it much because they were coming from behind, but 7 carries for 17 yards, that's all they had.
And their star runner, who they expect to be a star at some point, David Montgomery, who they drafted out of Iowa State, just 2 carries. Now, he did lose a fumble, but that's not what you expect. And I know the head coach, Matt Nagy, has said, I know we didn't run it enough. We're going to run it more in the future. But they've got to get it straightened out. Their next 2 games, how about that? They get other underperforming teams. At home against the Los Angeles Chargers. And then they go to Philadelphia, who got whacked by Dallas in a Sunday nighter.
By the way, those 7 carries that they had, a franchise low for the Chicago Bears. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They'll run forward Montgomery, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in, and the Bears have taken the lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. Montgomery. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia ready to get the football back here, and I wanted to revisit where they're at right now after that loss at Dallas Week 7, because remember, Doug Peterson was really confident last week. He said, look, we're going to go down to Dallas, we're going to get the win in that football game. Well, he was half right. They did go down to Dallas, but they were throttled by the Cowboys 37-10, and now you think about it, 2 straight losses, and they're at 3-4. Not a good spot.
And I know people will look at Carson Wentz in the offense, and that's where the focus will be, but you have to look at the defense. They've given up 75 points the last 2 weeks. They're not getting the same production that you would expect from some of their big-time players, and they've had a lot of injuries. And the schedule doesn't get easier for them. They've got to go to Buffalo, then they're home for Chicago before their open week, and they will need that open week trying to get some people back.
And statistically, that last loss, important, because 51% of teams that start 4-3 go to the playoffs. If you start 3-4, just 14%.
But if there's one team that can make that number stand on its head, I'd say it'd be Philadelphia. Remember where they were at midseason last year? They made a late rush to get into the playoffs.
Running with Howard. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Let's make these babies cry.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. With that incompletion, let's play a little game here. We'll call it 2 up, 2 down. Surprising team so far, 2 for the good, 2 for the bad.
All right, let's start with the good. The Buffalo Bills. Did you really think they'd be pressing for 1st place this deep into the season?
No.
Okay, how about the Carolina Panthers? Start 0-2 with Cam Newton, undefeated without him. How about 2 down? The Atlanta Falcons. I thought they'd press for a playoff spot. And the Los Angeles Chargers.
How about the Browns at 2 and 4? I thought you'd put them in there.
I didn't expect them to be the team others thought in preseason. I thought they might contend for a playoff spot, but it doesn't surprise me overall.
Trubisky will throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. This is intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
I'm talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch rate.
Now Trubisky lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. Ticks to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing here, Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. Now the Eagles will use with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. He'll take a shot from, and he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions, but how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This will be taken in at the 1. Fighting through it, he's got space. Cordero Patterson, the 30, 10, touchdown, Chicago. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as the Bears push further out in front.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
A quick pass out to Aguilar. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
We got this.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Wentz again. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott on for the extra point.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
He's got it, and it's 24-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He breaks through another tackle. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 53. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. Now wins. It's over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Wentz to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit out.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at it, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 15, 2:07 remaining. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Wentz now, pretty amazing, 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. He's got the hook up once again to Jeffrey. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Trubisky to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up.